hide beneath the sky, and the fence lines stretch as the days roll by. There's work to do, but peace runs deep, and the land holds stories the heart will keep. North stands proud where the Texas sky ends. South rises high where the Trinity bends. Two halves joined by steady hands, bound by the love of this sacred land. JL Ranch, where the land runs free. Two hearts, one history. North and south, though miles apart, together beat as a single heart. A promise made, a dream grown, to give them more than they have ever known. This ranch is more than dirt and sky. It's where the free and wild spirits fly, where every soul can rest and roam, and every heart can find its home. Where skies burn red and grass turns gold, where stories live and hands grow old. Every sunrise plays its part and keeps the promise of these two hearts. JL Ranch, where the land runs free. Two hearts, one history. North and south, joined as one through grit and faith. The work gets done, built with dreams, strength and hope. A place our hearts can call their own.
And good morning and hi to hello, everybody. Lester and Jamie here, and we have our coffee cups ready.
Hey, y'all.
Look,
Oh,
clink, clink.
wait. Your nose fits under mine.
Wait, mine says good morning, handsome.
Oh,
We're on the wrong side.
mine says good morning, beautiful.
Here, take that one over on that side and
Oh.
give me this one over on this side. Let's try that again.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know there were rules.
Well, people have to be able to see them. There we go. How about that right there?
Aw, that's cute.
Like pose.
Oh, wait, you gotta pose like this.
Wait, we got to take Animal Boy off of here. Animal Boy, hold on. We're going to get back to you, Animal Boy.
Hold on. You gotta like.
Let me remove Animal Boy comment, or people are going to take a picture of him and he's going to like, what do they call that? Photo bomb.
Right now, we got. Your nose has to touch mine.
This is awkward.
Is it?
A little awkward here.
Put your coffee cup down a little bit, like there. Now.
Jake. This is so awkward. What are we doing?
You wanted to match the cups. Why is that awkward?
I don't know.
You're
That
just
felt
gonna
so
kiss
weird.
me. I thought you were
didn't
gonna kiss me.
I didn't know what was happening right there. You got to tell me stuff like this. Good morning and hi to hello.
Cheers, y'all. I'm drinking coffee now.
And coffee clinks to you all.
It's so weird to kiss me.
Thank you for the beautiful cups. We got these in the mail this week.
They are beautiful.
They're
Did I do
amazing.
that?
Well, here's the problem. If anyone's wondering why we're late, I could not find a normal hat. And I realized that over time, they've all gotten moved over to the ranch property. And that's where all my hats are at. I mean, my cool hats, all my hats. This is one that I was gifted. I don't wear it because it doesn't match anything. See how the blue, I mean, this is a JL hat. It's a wonderful hat. Don't get me wrong. the sweet lady sent a pack
Oh, that's right.
of about 7 or 8 of them, and half of them have really matching colors that match what I'm wearing. You guys know I have a uniform look, right? I wear a uniform. I like to wear a uniform, and they just don't match. So this bright blue here, but it's a nice hat and it's brand new.
It's
So-
beautiful.
So anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful Halloween and that you weren't up too late. No one got rowdy in your neighborhoods. There was no riffraff.
I hope you've already looked through all of the kids' candy and picked out all of snuck all of the things that you wanted out of that, or maybe a piece or two, or however that goes. Did you go trick or treating when you were little?
Well, we would just do stuff at the church. Back when I was little, the church would have Halloween parties. I think the churches now, well, hold on. I can't say that because I came home and passed 2 very large churches, the 2 largest churches in all of Livingston, who were having fall festivals. Now, they may not call them Halloween because people get weird about, that's the devil. That's the devil. Well, you know what? You can call it a fall festival if you want to, but a lot of kids are dressing up, and I saw lots of people having a great time and a lot of candy. But we did the same thing when I were little. But when we were little, you could also dress up at school. You could wear costumes to school.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, we wore costumes to school, but most of the time, so trick or treat in Germantown, where I was from, was the Friday before Halloween, unless it fell on Halloween. And they did it on Friday night because then it wasn't happening on a school night, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they always do them.
So Halloween would be like the day you could wear your costume to school up to a certain age. But other than that, like that Friday was like the big night in the town.
Yeah.
But it was door-to-door trick-or-treating then. And I think that a lot of that has gone to the wayside. I think that most people are doing trunk or treats or parties at churches or schools or things like that, which I get.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I remember trick-or-treating with a pillowcase and coming home with a pillowcase full of candy.
No, well, I will say this. People would be safer going to events, I think, than going door to door. I don't know if you saw the news. I don't watch the news a lot, but I was in the tub and I was just scrolling through the daily news, and they were able to thwart off, which means cancel a horrible Halloween event before it happened. You hear about this?
No.
Yeah, the FBI or whoever had been following some communications for a while on this one radical group, and they had this massacre planned for what they were calling Pumpkin Day. And the FBI could only assume that Pumpkin Day was referring to Halloween. And so they went in yesterday morning early, like in the middle of the night early, and made several arrests, confiscated computers, snatched a lot of people up, all part of this horrible thing they were planning. So I think that was in Michigan. Now, I'm not sure. You may have heard that on the news. You may not have. But it's just, like I was saying, it would have been horrible if someone go to that house if they did, in fact, have bad intentions. So,
wow.
Yeah, a lot safer going where there's security and where there's police presence and things like that.
I guess I'm also from a town where everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
And you also, as you got older, knew which houses gave out full-size candy bars and who gave out the good candy. And I think it's funny that one grandma was known that she always made popcorn balls. There are adults today that will still call my grandma to see, and my grandma will make them for the adults who were kids trick-or-treating at that time.
Yeah.
And then the other grandma always had Tootsie Pops and Rice Krispie treats that she made. And back in the day, when everybody knew everybody and everybody gathered that way, that was a thing. Now, if I got something homemade, or if my kid got something homemade from a house, I would be like, sorry. And that's sad to me that we live in that world, but it's true.
No, the world is very different now. I mean, come on. The world has changed so much, and it's still changing. And boy, I don't know what's to become of it all. You know, what's funny and also kind of sad is this was my Peepat. Now, you guys know how much I love Peepat. Love me some Peepat. That was my grandmother who's passed away. And I'm saying Peepat, P-A-T, not P-pad. Guys, there are so many folks who still think I'm saying P-pad, and I would not call her P-pad. P-Pat was her name that she wanted to be called as a grandmother. So P-Pat. She used to always say, though, every time we'd sit down to dinner and we were talking about world events and how horrible the world's getting, and granted, this was 20 years ago when we're sitting down talking about how the world is in a really bad place, she'd always pipe in, well, the good Lord's going to take me away before he ever has me suffer like that. The rapture will come and I'm going to be called to heaven. The good Lord never going to have, he's not going to make his children suffer. Now, when we were all little, we all listened to P-Pat and we'd all just shake our head as to not have to, go against. You don't want to go against P-Pat. As I got older and I began to realize that the good Lord, as good as the good Lord is, people have suffered from the beginning of time. Mm-hmm. I mean, World War II, which her own husband had to fight in, both of my grandparents, and Vietnam, where my uncle and my dad fought, not to mention the wars and things that go on around the world, and good people. I mean, that whole horrible thing that happened on October the 7th there in Israel a couple of years back with all that mess. Good people die all the time, and the good Lord doesn't come and take you away before it happens to you. So no, the world's a scary place, and getting scarier. I am afraid. So, which is sad. This morning you woke up very early to wash your hair. Why?
I'm embarrassed that you're talking about that, actually.
Well, the thing is, I just now remembered that I like to sleep in a little bit later on Saturday if I can. And I take a little bit heavier nighttime concoction to get me a little bit better sleep if I can. And
I hadn't washed my hair all week, okay? I was grossed out with myself.
I woke up to the sound of water dripping. And I'm like, what? So I start feeling around and I feel Barnadette. Barnadette's there, but I don't feel Jamie. I'm like, where's Jamie? And so I'm like, babe. She comes up out of the water. She must have been like, how you lay in the water just barely up to your face.
I was washing my hair.
Comes up out of the tub. She's in there washing her hair like at 7 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing?
In the dark. I kept the bathroom lights off to not wake him up.
Weird about that. So,
but yeah, I hadn't washed my hair in a week. Okay. It was time. It was like, I was 100% dry shampoo at that point in time. So it was one of those, I was like, I can't face the world today without cleansing it. Cleanse my hair, cleanse my soul. Let's get started. We got a lot to do today.
Yeah, we do. We're going to leave here and head over to the JL Ranch here in a couple of minutes and get everything going over there. We do have contractors over at the JL Ranch this morning doing a job, and not to worry, they let my chickens out. I have sent word to please let my chickens out. When I sent the gate code. I was
going to do this to your chickens this morning, by the way. I saved this one just for your chickens.
You want to hear something sweet that you would have no idea about?
What?
Let me just finish this real fast.
Sorry.
So we do have people at the property working, doing a job. I'm excited about it. I know that you will be too. I've already told you about it, but that's only for those who watch my live streams. But Jamie and I have a habit, and I taught her this habit, guys. We save our money. We save, then do a project. Then we save, do a project. It's a rarity when it's a week before payday and I'm not broke. And Jamie knows that. She goes, a week before payday and I'm broke. And I'm just floating on fumes or asking her to borrow $20 just in case I need gas or something. But that's what we like to do. And so that's the way I've always done. And I know that whenever all of this good stuff goes away, all of the good stuff, all these good people and social media in general, hopefully we'll have all of our bills or at least most of them paid for and we're going to be okay. Animal Boy, I'm going to come back to you. I want to ask you a favor, but give me a second or so. No, we've been saving for a little bit and planning. And this morning we have us a job going on at the JL Ranch and making it just a dream location for our babies to give them their very best lives. And you guys do know that eventually we will be. Hey, there's a feet lady, Michelle. Her name's Michelle. And
Thank you, Michelle.
I'll tell you what, she got something for my feet, Jamie. She got something for my feet. As a matter of fact, I'm considering just walking around barefoot like Jake does. You know, Jacob, shirtless Jake, will just walk out of the house barefoot and go barefoot all day long. He won't put on shoes for nothing unless he has to. And I'm just wondering if Michelle does, in fact, watch a lot of the videos and she ends up catching me with my feet in the mud, in horse poo, in the chicken yard. I might not have to go without paydays ever again because she loves to throw money at my feet. Jamie, she loves to throw money at my feet. Just saying. Just an idea. No? You say no to that? Michelle,
I have no comment.
I'm playing with Miss Michelle and I'm joking with her. She's a friend of mine. And I also want to say prayers to Michelle's mom. Michelle feels like she's losing her mom. And I can't imagine that feeling of being a caretaker. And Michelle, I hope I'm not embarrassing you. I hope that I'm not embarrassing you and sharing too much information of yours. This is your story. Absolutely. But I think that the solace in knowing that you're not alone in what you're doing, because I can bet you that half the folks who are watching the video right now have probably also been in a situation where they've also had to watch one of their parents slowly, can I just say fade away? Decline. And bless you, Michelle, for what you do. And I know that she comes to the channel to find her peace and joy and happiness and a laugh. And she's able to do that from my feet. Hey, to each his own, to each his own, to each his own. But Michelle, we love and appreciate you. And then I told her, she was so upset that she couldn't make it down for Meet the Morrows because of, her mom's situation. And I says, hey, listen, lady, I totally understand. I get it. I says, but remember, I'm also the kind of guy that cannot say no. So you find you a good time at any time, give me and Jamie a heads up and we'll find a way to open up the JL and that will be fine. So anyway, where was I going before Michelle started throwing money at me?
You said, Animal Boy, hold on, I'll get to that. And then,
well, Animal Boy, I would like to meet him or her. You never know who's who. But Animal Boy, up until this point, has been a really mysterious figure. Would you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Animal Boy began to make his or her appearance. Guys, you don't always know, and I don't care. I don't care what someone's screen name is. You can have any screen name you want to. But Animal Boy, and I'm going by screen name, begin to make their presence known back when they were posting all kinds of information that most people could not keep up with or could not remember or had no idea about. And we begin to remember and learn a lot of things about ourselves from what Animal Boy could remind us. And when we did the community tab, it was Animal Boy who could do all the research and figure out all the things that was going on with the cows that we got from other ranches. And he could find timelines. And I keep saying he, but remember, there's no guarantee that Animal Boy is actually a boy. But I'm just referring to the screen name Animal Boy. So there have been a lot of people who've asked, Lester, could we meet Animal Boy? Could you invite Animal Boy to a live? So Animal Boy, who says I am a he, okay, who's the look right there, is that one of those animated, not the what was the show called? Where they connect?
It's not the Matrix. It's the no, it's not the Matrix. It's the
Now I Have Your Power. Yeah,
oh my God,
Pedigo.
no.
Pedigo.
No.
Pedigo.
No.
It was an Avatar.
Avatar. That's
so
what it is.
I think the picture is the Avatar.
Avatar is the movie.
Avatar is the movie. So Animal Boy, if you want, I'm not going to make you, and I'll make this so very easy on you.
I'm going to refill my coffee. You want any more?
Please. This is for Animal Boy only, guys. Lester wants to meet Animal Boy. I'm going to invite Animal Boy to click this link. Now, this is not for everybody. This is only for one person, Animal Boy. I'm going to stick it up here, Animal Boy. There. So, Animal Boy, if you just take your browser and just type that in. Or you can simply go, if you're on a device where you can click, you can just click on it from right there in the comment. And that will bring you into our green room. And once you're in the green room, I'll have to have you turn your device volume down so that it doesn't have a distortion and a lot of interference. And we would love to meet you. Just figure out who you are, get to know a little bit about you. And I promise you, Jamie and I will ask all the questions, and we're not going to make this uncomfortable whatsoever. It will never be uncomfortable. Never. We've met some really wonderful people. I guess the most recent was that basket case. I mean, the basket lady.
Wendy B.
Wendy B. Wendy B, the basket case. And I joke with Wendy. Yes, I told Wendy I joke with her. We met Wendy.
I met Wendy in person.
Mm-hmm. I saw the pictures, Jamie. I've seen the pictures. But I love to invite people on to give us a chance to get to know them. Animal Boy is in the studio. Let me find it.
Hide your comment first.
Let me hide my comment. All right, so Animal Boy, you're in the studio, but you have to connect your mic. You have to connect your mic before I can add you to the stream. Right now, you don't have a mic connected. Usually a phone or a laptop. And now Animal Boy has left the studio.
He's probably trying to redo it.
That's okay. Yeah, figure out what you have to do. And Animal Boy did join, but there was no microphone. So it was all going to be just. And that's fine. But if you can figure all that out, that would be wonderful. Wendy's not a basket case, Lester. Guys, I was kidding. Wendy is the basket maker. Wendy B. Basket is her name. Wendy B. Basket. And I call her the basket case.
Her baskets are all over my office right now.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's see if Animal Boy.
Nope. Still not right.
So Animal Boy is trying to get in, but there is an issue with Animal Boy's microphone. So I think that what you may have to do, Animal Boy, is maybe use your phone, but that means you're going to have to disconnect. How would you do that if it was you?
Depends on his browser, because there should be a little pop-up that says allow mic and allow video access. And
yeah.
If he has a pop-up blocker, that might be blocked.
Oh, so the pop-up blocker may be not allowing you.
And if you're on a phone, if you're on an iPhone, you have to use Safari. You can't use Chrome. That's the other caveat.
Wow.
To that.
See, that's very technical. I
don't know what happens on
Android.
Guess
I'm glad I'm on this end and not on the other end, because I would never figure it out otherwise.
It is really stressful to do on a phone to be invited, because the link is like if you don't know those technical things about it, then it like throws you a loop and lets you do half of it, but not all of it. And well, you've only been on the invite end, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only invited folks to join. Now, I guess I have joined Rick's a couple of times. I've joined Rick. There we go. I cannot believe this. Hello, Animal Boy. Hold on. Let me get the mic turned on. How do we unmute him?
Their mic isn't connected.
All right. You have no microphone. You have no mic. You don't know what it is?
Well, it's good to meet you. If he can do yes and no answers.
Can you hear me? Okay. And is it true that you are we just lost Animal Boy.
He might have accidentally hit leave or try it again. It's okay.
He's a very young man. He is a very, very young man. And he's wearing a cowboy hat. Isn't it cute?
I love that.
I do too. He's a very young man, guys. And that's shocking to me, because we don't really have a young man type audience. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. That's different than what I expected as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I thought that, okay, I'm just going to tell you. Okay. I hate to say this. This is going to sound so stereotypical. But when someone comes on as Animal Boy with an avatar, I thought it was like a 40-year-old who lived in mom's basement. I did. I thought a 40-year-old who lives in mom's basement, who sits there constantly just like researching and doing everything. It's just like this all day, every day, all day. Just that's all they do. And so they have time to research and delve into everything. I really wish we could have had a chance to talk to that young man. But
maybe he should email you and we can set up a separate time to do that and
Yep.
make sure his stuff's working before we bring him on, like to do a
okay,
test.
that's true. So Animal Boy, not to worry. If you'll just email me, let me know in the email who you are, and then we can dialogue back and forth that way. And if I have to, I'll just have you record a simple video
Yeah.
and tell us who you are and introduce yourself, a little bit about you.
But it was great to see you.
And it's great to see that we do have people that are younger, because he told us one time that he's young. I forgot what age he said he was, but I was like, I don't know, man.
Glenda White says he's a real boy. Do you know what that's from?
From Pinocchio. He's a real boy. I'm a real boy.
We're so sorry, Animal Boy. We're not making fun of you. That was just a really funny comment.
Animal Boy, we're just kidding.
We're
All
so
right.
blessed to have you
Yes.
and so grateful that you were willing to. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Not a big deal.
Well, and thank you so much for trying to jump in there and join. And just don't worry about it. We will do it another time. All right. We will do it another time. But we're blessed to have you. And then, Jamie, all I can think of is that there has to be something that I've done to attract a younger audience, because the audience seems to be getting younger and younger. I don't know what it is. Tell me.
How am I supposed to know?
Well, all I'm saying, Jamie, is that there for a while, our audience was mostly in their 40s and 50s, extending on up to the 60s, and then there was some in their 70s. But you have noticed yourself, because I've shown you, the analytics are starting to slowly shift.
Yeah.
And we're starting to pull in a little bit younger audience, where there's a lot of folks in their 30s now. And that surprises me. And I'm thinking, what have we done differently? Like, seriously, how has the channel changed? Because we've been doing this for 8 years, guys.
He wants you to resend the link.
Been doing this for 8 years. And I don't know how the channel is slowly evolving. Hey, Jamie, how do I delete that?
Cancel.
Oh, cancel. You guys give me 1 second here. I'm going to try to invite.
I imagine that the evolution, though, is the number one, you're seeing a generation of kids that were raised by Gen X, which is a totally different ball game of people. And then also, I mean, sometimes you act like a kid and it's funny. It's not a negative thing. It's funny. And then also, maybe there's things that their parents do that you're doing, but they find the humor and maybe they just have a love for that and stumbled across the channel.
Maybe their parents make them watch. Picture how many moms, sometimes your mom calls you and says, hey, look at this. Jamie, look at this. And sometimes, I hope she's not watching right now. Sometimes Jamie can get so annoyed. She's busy doing something. We're watching a movie and we're having to put everything on hold. Animal Boy is back, but his microphone is still not there. So we're not going to be able to have a microphone. It's not allowing us.
It's okay. We can go yes and no's.
Well, we'll just go yes and no's. Are you under the age of 20?
Still close.
Barely.
He's almost 20.
You're almost 20. That's awesome. And using your fingers, how many years have you been watching this channel? 6 years.
Aren't you sick of us yet?
Are you sick of us? No. All right. Now, who did you meet first, Lester or Jamie? He's trying to point.
Lester.
Don't what? Really? Really? He's going to do this? He's going to go there?
I love that. That is pristine chef's kiss.
Your turn.
Is Tex your favorite animal? That's a hard question. That's
How-
a true lover of the channel because it's hard to pick one.
How about Ringo?
Carl.
Carl? No, he says no to Carl.
Definitely not Carl.
He says not Carl.
Roman.
Is it a cow? Is your favorite animal of a cow species? Okay, is it Chucky Poo? No.
Jolene.
Jolene, the wrecking ball. Caroline. I'm gonna run out of cow names if I'm not careful. Waylon.
Pearl.
Oh, he likes
Waylon.
Waylon. Oh, okay. I have to ask you. You do know that Waylon only has probably about a year left with us. Is that going to just make you so mad at me when we have to move him along? Are you going to be sad? And well, Waylon has been wonderful. He's been wonderful. But guys, Animal Boy, I know that you know this because your knowledge base is just outstanding. You know stuff that a lot of young men your age don't know. But everyone knows that Waylon has almost run his course.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean by that, his bloodline runs almost.
His bloodline runs so deep that he can't continue.
Yeah, his bloodline runs so deep that he's almost run his entire course. So we're going to get another round from Waylon. I know Jamie's rolling her eyes. She wants me to hold off. We will get one more round of babies from Waylon. But then next year, we will have to begin to list and post Waylon and try to find him a wonderful home. And the good thing about Waylon, Animal Boy, and to those who love Waylon, is he has a resume. What I mean by resume is he has all of these beautiful calves. So when we post Waylon, we will also show all of the babies. You have the shakes too?
It's windy. So I have a question.
How's he got the shakes?
Do you live in Texas? No. You live in Illinois?
Well, it
Southern
looks,
Illinois? Middle?
Chicago. You live in Chicago. He's like, no, I ain't Chicago.
A little bit below it,
That's awesome.
outside of it. Okay, very cool.
Wow.
Isn't it cold there today? Yeah, it's about to get real cold up there, I think.
Well,
I've been looking at the weather. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
he's wearing jeans and you still have green leaves
And
boots. Boy, that's my boy, Jamie. That's my boy from Chicago.
Don't say he's from Chicago. That's not a cool thing.
No, that's my boy from Illinois.
There you
My
go.
boy from Illinois. I could think of a rap song. I got to think of
Oh
a
my
rap
God.
song. We're going to have to ask Miss Megan, our artist, to give us a short little rap song about Animal Boy. So Animal Boy, what I want you to do is send me a short video of you just doing stuff. You just got to do stuff. Just send me to my email. And send me short video clips of you doing stuff. And we're going to have Miss Megan create us an Animal Boy compilation of you just doing stuff. Okay. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy with it. Just have some fun. And you can record it up and down or sideways. Megan will make it happen. And we will have so much fun. We will she'll create a poem first, and she'll call it Animal Boy from Illinois. Maybe not. Megan will figure it all out. All right.
Do you have animals yourself? Awesome. Very awesome.
A few. All right. Well, last question. Do you know how to tip that cap of yours? Do you know how to tip that hat?
Oh,
There you
very
go.
nice. very
Nicely
nice.
done. Nicely done. All right. Well, thank you for being a part of the channel. We really appreciate you and all of your knowledge. Thank you for trying to jump on here. Sorry we could not hear you, but
This was a fun game, though.
it was fun.
it's
I had
a really
fun.
fun game.
All right, Dap.
It was nice to meet you, Animal
Bye,
Boy.
buddy.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Animal Boy. I wish I knew his real name.
Well, I guess you're going to find out.
I will learn his
You're gonna
real
become
name at
email
some
friends.
point. We're going to become pen pals, Jamie. We'll become pen pals.
I love that.
All right. That was really, really, really nice. So, how fun was that, huh?
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I
He
actually
seems like a
like
cool dude.
I like the idea of this. Sounds really horrible because it's not that I want to mute everyone, but being able to ask the questions and yes or no was actually really fun. Like, and with like no background noise or anything like that was
So
funny.
be prepared. If you come to meet the Morrows, Jamie's going to put tape.
That's not what I do.
If you come to meet the Morrows, she's going to put tape over your mouth and we will ask the questions.
That's not
You
true.
will only say yes or no. And you can wave.
I just mean it was a challenge to get to know him by yes or no questions with no sound is all. That was like a fun, like basic thing. And nothing better than him going like this.
Oh, that was horrible, but also funny. And that was cute.
His
though.
name is David.
Very clever young man.
It's
Clever.
nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you. Clever young man. Okay. And he's in Illinois, which is crazy to me. Wearing boots and a cowboy hat and jeans.
There's a lot of Illinois that's like that.
Well, listen, hold on. I know it has to be because whenever I track you, when you travel to Illinois and I'm sitting there tracking you, everywhere you park, there's always a cornfield right next door. And I'm like, listen,
It's normal.
she and her mom one day go to a community event. This is a community event. I forgot what it was, their own version of trade days or whatever. And she's like, hey, me and mom are going to so-and-so. I'm like, oh, that's cute. And later I just check up on her and I pull up her name and it shows me her location. And I can like, what the hell? Here's what I see. Green. Everywhere, just solid green. And this one little trail, which is the road, and this little cutout. It's like a little cutout. And that cutout is the community center. And that green all around is nothing but fields. Fields of corn
People
or
do not
wheat.
understand that unless they've been, because when they think Illinois, they think Chicago, a city. And I'm telling you, Chicago is the teeniest, tiniest little part of Illinois. I mean, it's big, and it's populated and all the things. And there are people who absolutely love Chicago. But the rest of Illinois is pretty flat, full of corn and beans and space. So much space. So dynamically different.
Huh.
Which is why whenever I like this is you may not know this because you're not on Facebook anymore, but whenever I am traveling, I will make a post that says corn and beans. And that's how I'm saying like I've made it to Illinois, basically.
Oh.
People that are from there get it, and other people are like, are you having cornbread? Like the people that don't know, like you can tell who knows and who doesn't know.
Oh,
Kind of
okay.
funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I would have had no idea because, just from now, of course, I've been with you a couple of times, but all that I would know about the state of Illinois, and this is only from TV, is corrupt governors, corruption, the Teamsters, and Chicago. I'm sorry. That's all I know about Illinois from TV, corruption, Teamsters, and Chicago. From TV. And guys, I'm not a very well-traveled man. I'm not well-traveled. I've never been there. I would love to visit. And see more. And then the 2 times that I've gone with you, I've discovered that Illinois is a beautiful state. It is flat, and there's a lot of cornfields. It's like crazy how there's a cutout, and then there's a school, and there's cornfields all around it.
And no fences. So that's like I keep saying when I go back next one time, I'm going to truly show where I'm from and, get deeper into it. But I ran out of time last time. But people here fence their entire property. Up there, there's no fences unless you have cattle. And only people who have cattle are dairy farmers up there. You don't really raise cows for beef up there. And land is for growing crops, not for grazing or for anything else, or hunting. It is hunting season up there. But that's pretty much what Illinois is, corn, beans, beer, back roads. That's about it.
I'm not picking on Illinois. I'm not, because I think that it's a beautiful state, like I said. But I don't know where I read this, but is it true that like the last 4 or 5 governors or somebody are all in prison right now? Like the last several governors are all imprisoned right
That's
now.
a true story.
What does that tell you right there? When everybody who becomes governor ends up in prison. I'm sorry. I'm sure other states are just as bad, guys. I'm sure other states also have people who end up in prison. But that right there tells you that it's probably ties to the mob.
It's also very expensive to live in Illinois.
Oh.
The taxes are very high because of the layers of things like that. But like the property taxes are the like second highest in the nation.
Well, here's what I discovered just from the last year with you and Xander is the fact that you have to have a permit for everything.
Yes.
You got to have a permit to get a permit to get a permit to get a permit.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to nickel and dime their residents into permits after permit after permit. And it's who you know, how fast you can get things done. It's who you know of how fast things happen. And if you don't know who you need to know, then you're doing permit and waiting, permit and waiting, permit and waiting. And that's kind of sad to me, but I'm sure there's a lot of towns across the country that are like that. But I wouldn't know much about the state besides what I've learned from Jamie and what I've seen from TV.
It was still though, like I know that we talk a lot about that, but where I grew up was an incredible, safe, small town, and it still is very much a bubble. Like you have the most pristine manicured lawns, like everything about it is like so well taken care of, and people just take pride in everything that they do, and there's a huge sense of community there. The downfall to that though is they don't let anyone in. Like if you're not from there, it's way hard for people to assimilate and be able to be a part of that. That's the hard part. I'm
sorry, I saw something funny, and it's not who you know, it's who you'll blow. That's horrible. I'll tell you what, though, talking about the mob, and this is not with Chicago. We can get off Chicago. We'll talk about the mob and the NBA, the National Basketball Association. What we discovered this week was just horrible for the NBA. Anyone who watches basketball and loves basketball is just going to be appalled. I'm sure you've already heard the news. But players, along with coaches, current coaches, along with former players, all kinds of arrests happened this week from, about this.
Yeah.
From it's a form of organized crime. It's betting on games. It's cheating. It's the mob. A lot of people are going to think, and this is this is a quote from the news. It's not that the mob is getting lesser or going away. You may not hear as much about mob as what you used to. You hear about cartel, not mob. But the mob is getting smarter. And do you know they developed a system where on their card tables, they were able to read through the felt of the card tables. So when the dealer lays out the cards on everybody's poker table, there's a device that's able to read through the table.
I believe that happens a lot.
And
I also believe,
and it could tell whoever's working the mic or whoever's working it what everybody's hand is. And I'm thinking, how freaking crazy is that? And then there's a special, you could wear simple eyeglasses that are not quite so simple at all. With these particular glasses, it's a technology built into them that lets you read through the card. So even though she's holding her hand here that you can't see, with these glasses, you're able to see the numbers through the card.
The thing is, though, here's my thing. And I told Lester this. Just because the NBA is the one in the news right now doesn't mean that all this isn't happening everywhere with all kinds of teams and all kinds of events. Anywhere that betting is involved, I guarantee you that this is happening.
Yeah.
And what I said was, whoever that they got mad at, or whoever got caught doing something else, gave this up as a trade-off, or they just wronged the wrong person, basically. Like, because there's no way that this is like a new thing and that nobody knew. You can't tell me that that's not what happened. I will admit that I'm a full-blown conspiracy theorist and I think about things a little bit differently than face value, but there is no way this is the only sport where this is happening.
So here's what I think, and this is only because I watch a lot of football games. I do not think that football players, the players could ever be in on rigging or throwing a game, but I do think that the referees can. I do believe, and I'm sorry, because I'm not trying to turn you off to enjoying a sport or enjoying a game, but I just feel like in the sport of football, I think there's way too many players to be able to throw a game. A football player can't really throw a game as easily as a basketball player could. But I do think, no, I've already had too much. But I do believe that the referees have been really fishy lately. There have been some really fishy calls with the refereeing. And so I'm thinking if there's anything with football, I just think it has to be with the referees. Maybe not all of them, but it doesn't take a lot of them. It only takes one bad referee here and there to make a weird call to completely disrupt and throw off a game, you know? But I don't know. It was just kind of shocking that even though we all agree, I think that we all agree, there's probably cheating in every sport. There's probably cheating in every political election. There's probably cheating in almost everything that goes on around us. But just to actually catch them and then to find out how it's going. And I agree, it's been going on for a long time, but I bet you they arrested somebody, and as a plea deal, you know what a plea deal? Yeah. As a plea deal to get a lesser sentence, he ratted everybody else out. And at that point, they begin to make all kinds of arrests. But it'll certainly make you think twice. If you're a betting man or a betting woman, you like to gamble, I would hope that you would think twice now, because ultimately, if the games are rigged, yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, did I make my pick?
Today's Saturday. You still got time. Yeah, and you did make your pick.
I did? Okay.
Yes, you made your pick. Don't forget,
I had a moment, guys, I was like, no, there's only 4 left.
We're down to the final 4. I'm so proud of Jamie. We're down to the final 4. And what that means is there's only 4 teams left. Now, remember, if they all somehow pick the exact same team, and that could happen, and that team loses, it's going to be a 4-way tie. So it goes down to the last man standing. Or what if they all pick different teams and all of your teams lose? Then it's still a tie. Bottom line is you've made it to is this week 9? They've made it to week 9, which is pretty good. That means 9 picks in a row without getting one wrong.
Thank you, ChatGPT. Yeah, week 9.
So this is week 9. And if they can survive week 9, and what it boils down to is the only...
Bree and Tina have not picked yet.
But they can. They still have time. Wait, who's playing right now? Nobody?
No,
tomorrow. So today's Saturday. Games are on Sundays.
I don't watch football at all. I haven't watched a single pass, play,
she's
anything.
Not watched a thing.
And don't intend to.
That's why I don't like it that so not everyone, but there's a lot of people who are really hoping that you'll win this thing.
Yeah, because they want you to get a tattoo.
But they also know that you have not watched a single game. You've been using ChatGPT, AI, and we all are learning that AI is no good, yet it's helping her win a fantasy football game. And I have to get a tattoo on my behind if she wins. And I cannot wait. I don't want a behind.
I want to win so bad solely for the tattoo.
I don't want it from Suits to Boots logo on my ass cheek. I just don't know how that's going to come across to any of my friends.
What if it's my lips? What if we just tattoo my lips on your...
That's the worst thing ever.
Why?
That's the worst thing. That would be so gay.
Why?
That would be so very gay. Lips on my butt cheeks. That's so gay. No, I'd rather have From Suits to Boots the logo on my butt cheek than your lips.
I hope that y'all are rooting for me to win this. Could you all message the other 3 and tell them to throw it so I could win? Do they know? If they knew, they would probably be willing to do that. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you a funny story. This is cute. Now, I do believe that Buddy and Stephanie are probably equally invested in their channel. They both watch football. They're both big football fans. I know that Tina and Rob both watch football. They are equally involved in football games and stuff. So I think that they both probably make decisions. Jamie watches nothing. So she's completely going off of what ChatGPT tells her to pick. Now, what's crazy is Brienne and Laramie. Brienne does not watch football as much. She may just catch a game or catch a score or catch a highlight. She may know the bare minimum. Laramie, her husband, is like rabid. He like foams at the mouth over football, gambling, and all that kinds of stuff, right?
Fantasy football, like he's in big fantasy football leagues and things like that.
Yes. Laramie is huge into all that stuff. But there was 1 week that Laramie was traveling and they had forgot to make their pick. And Bree had to make a pick on her own. When she finally got a hold of Laramie after the game had started, he was so mad at her for the pick she made. Oh, he was mad. She made a pick and he's like, no. And he was so mad at the pick that Brienne had made. Poor baby. Ended up, get this. This is a great story. Ended up, the pick that Laramie told her she should have made, lost. The pick that Brienne made, won. And that meant that Brienne survived the week because
of her own choice.
And the fact that Laramie was occupied with work or was traveling and was not able to talk to her about that pick. So I love that for her. That was her biggest moment of this fantasy football season, is the fact that she made a pick that kept her team alive. And Laramie, who normally helps her, is being gay a bad thing? Absolutely not. If you want to go around with lips tattooed to your ass cheeks, by all means, go for it. I don't think that's gay. But I ain't putting no lips on my ass cheeks. Okay, that to me, that is gay. And there's nothing wrong with gay for some people, but for me, there's something very wrong with being gay because I'm not gay.
Somebody just says, well, Lester Brand says bulls, so Jamie, brand your bull. So,
ooh-wee.
I guess you won't have any control over what goes back there, to be honest. It'll be face down on the tattoo table.
Jamie, you will not be there. I will
be there.
I will take the logo and I'll say, sir.
No.
I'm like, what time do y'all
going?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, hey, what time do y'all close? He'll say midnight. I'm like, I'll pay you an extra $50 to stay after midnight. Close the shop. I'm going to walk up in here at midnight and I need this little tattoo right here.
Oh, no.
And he's like, where do you want it, bub? I'm like, on my right ass cheek. He's going to be like, are you gay? And I'll be like, I'm not gay. I am not gay.
I'm not putting a tramp stamp on you.
It's the same thing. A man gets a tattoo on his, listen, there's a reason why women get tattoos on their behinds.
Well, where else would you want it? On your shoulder blade?
No, I don't want it to where anyone's going to ever see it. Jamie, come on, man. Think about what you're asking me to do here. And so, because listen, he's going to have to shave my butt. You do know that, right? You do know this. They're going to have to shave my butt. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get me some of that Nair. I'll get some of that Nair ahead of time. I've made that mistake before. I will not put it in my man parts. I will only do it on my butt cheek. And then we will go in there with a nice smooth behind and he can do what he has to do. Okay. So it'll be there. What's wrong? Anywho's. Well, what have we got planned for today? Because we got to take these good folks on a field trip somewhere.
Well, I think it depends on your message with Lex. Step one.
So Lex has gone over to Gigi's and Pawpaw's. They picked him after school yesterday. Good news. Lex had basketball tryouts and he made the team. Now, I'm proud of Lex for making the team because I knew it was not going to be easy for him. I'm just going to say this, and you guys can be mad if you want to be mad because everyone's mad about something always anyways. So Lex goes to a large school that has a demographic, and some sports seem to come easier to certain demographics. And despite the demographical differences, last year Lex was scared to try out for basketball because he thought it was going to be embarrassing for him. This year, though, he's found some confidence. And even despite him not being in the typical demographic for basketball, he tried out anyway. And guess what? He was so excited to let us know that he made the team.
Yes.
So Lex made the basketball team, guys. He made the basketball team. Now, will he be A team or B team? We don't know that yet. I'm just going to guess and say B team because Lex has never played organized basketball. This will be his first year to
Yeah.
ever play. And that's okay with me. I don't care if he doesn't play much. What I tell Lex, though, and something I told Ellie, if you ever start and you have to finish, you finish the season. So if he rides the bench, if he gets 3 minutes play time in a game, it doesn't matter. He's going to finish the season, his first year of basketball. And so I'm excited for him. We don't know his schedule yet. So I
No.
don't know if it's going to be Tuesday nights when Jamie's doing her timeout Tuesdays or whatever. Guys, remember, I say it the way I see it. And you can all be PC if you want to, but that's the way you choose to live your life. That's not the way I choose to live mine. What I said was what I said. Some demographics have an easier, more natural time at some sports than others do.
That's true.
That is so very true. As a matter of fact, here's an example. Normally, it's white guys who do well at hockey. It's Hispanic folks who do well at soccer, and it's African-American or Black folks who do best at basketball. Normally.
But hold
There's
on.
exceptions.
A lot of it has to do with how they were raised and
Yes, and
how
what
young.
sport you were
Right,
born, what sport you were raised into.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
where I'm from is baseball, and that is what everybody strives to be, is an incredible baseball player.
And what's funny about that is this: you have your Dominicans who are great Dominicans, like the Caribbean, Cubans. They're great at baseball. You have your white folks from up where you live who are great at baseball. You have your Black folks who are great at baseball. So baseball is one of those sports that you really can't break it down and say, oh, only the best baseball players are whatever. But there are some sports that you can kind of break it down and say, this is kind of like shows. Bottom line, but you want to keep talking about that? Go ahead, you can. You're all about baseball where you live.
I just think, like, down here, people are very much about football is where I was going with that. And like, that's just, it also is, how people were raised and what your parents played with you in the yard and what your neighborhood did and what you got involved in. And now kids are like in super club ball and club things where they have like, hitting coaches and pitching coaches or, passing coach, like way specific, and it is way more serious than when I was a kid because we wore the uniforms that came out of the box, like softball and volleyball. Like there was a box and they just tossed out whatever fit you, and that was it. Now people get like personalized names and all kinds of stuff. Were you in a?
I'm showing them that white guys can't dance.
Oh,
I don't mind knocking myself because if there was a Black fella here and me here and some Spanish fella and they play some kind of Spanish music, that Spanish fella's going to start doing this over here and he's going to start rocking the world. The Spanish guy's going to rock your world. And I'm doing this and I'm like making you all gag in your mouth. They start playing some kind of other music and that Black guy's going to go. He's going to start doing all kinds of cramp. Help me! It hurts. Jamie, I got a horrible cramp. Cramp. I got a cramp, Jamie. It's horrible. It won't go away.
stretch it out.
I'm trying, and Stella's staring at me like an idiot. Okay. I'm back. What I'm trying to say is I don't mind knocking myself. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. Those who have different experiences are going to do different things, okay? Right?
Yeah.
So don't get when are y'all going to learn to just laugh and just laugh instead of stop trying to hide behind a That was the old days, guys. Those days are gone now. Someone said that was karma for me making fun of black guys. I'm not. I admire black guys. I wish I could dance like a black guy. I wish that you know what I wish I could do? If Spanish music comes on, boy, I wish I could just start rolling with my hips and moving my hips and put my hand up.
What are you doing right here? What is this?
I don't know.
What?
Don't Spanish people do that?
I don't know.
Spanish people put one hand here and they do this.
I have never seen that in my life.
Spanish people do this.
And I don't know what you're doing, but you're going to get a cramp again.
No, I'm not bending my legs.
Oh.
As my knees stay straight, I'm good. Spanish men and women do that. I'm not making this up. Black men and women can do all kinds of stuff. Women can do this and just, they do it, Jamie. They do it. And black men can just twist and like their bodies roll like they're like double jointed. There comes that cramp. And I can't do any of those things. I'm good for none of that. What I'm good at, this is all I'm in. That's what I learned. Something like that. You can blame my mom for that, Jamie.
I'm just here.
White guys can't dance, okay? Bottom line is my son made the basketball team, okay? So let's just all celebrate Lex and his big accomplishment. He's made the basketball team. But that was where this whole, how did that entire
I don't
story,
know. I just sat here and let it all happen though.
Just love me. Could you just love me? Because no one else is right now. Poor moderators. I put them through so much hell. Here's the thing right now, though. Vanessa, who's Spanish, is probably laughing her ass off. Vanessa, are you laughing your ass off? Miss Keisha, who's black, is laughing her ass off. And they're both saying it's true. Please, Keisha and Vanessa, if you're here, please tell everybody that what I'm saying is true. Please tell them that I'm not making this up. And then if Miss Molly and Miss Billy are here, who are both white, they're both saying, yeah, it's true. White men can't dance. I've known white men my whole life, and they can't dance at all. They just can't darn dance. And I think that is so funny. But the moderators have to work so hard for me. Look, I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm half Mexican. Thank you. Okay. And then someone else goes, you're not funny. Well, yes, I am, because people are laughing. So, what does my cup say? Good morning, beautiful. Look, Miss Billy's laughing. Thank you, Miss Billy.
So anyway, that all started with asking what we were going to do today.
Oh, Shara sent us something. Shara, I saw your name. I didn't mean to cut you off. Where's those little books at? Do we have them handy? Shara sent us.
I already put them in the truck. I'm so
It was
sorry.
really clever. A guest sign-in book for Meet the Morrows. Thank you, Miss Shara. We received those. What are they actually? Like, what do you do?
They're guest books. So at the Meet the Morrow meet and greet, we'll have people be able to sign in, leave their email address, and just a little note from the event as well, which is exciting.
So you just kind of like sign in and say where you're from? Like,
yeah, it's basically like I was here. Like I signed the guest book at Cog Hill whenever I was there.
Okay.
So I think that's awesome.
That is
It
awesome.
was really thoughtful and sweet.
Shara, thank you. That was that. I would have never thought about that. Would you have ever thought about doing that before the event? I never would have thought about that.
No.
And then did you show everybody the funny AI thing?
No, I posted it on TikTok.
Can I show that real fast?
Sure.
Guys, AI is the funniest thing ever. Okay. It is the funniest thing ever. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to pull it out of your text. I think it'd be the fastest way to find it.
Yeah, probably.
Jamie sent me something that she did
I
using.
don't think I sent it on text. I sent it to you via AirDrop.
Then can you airdrop it to here?
Yeah.
Jamie sent me something that I thought was so darn funny. AI, guys, it's awful. Okay. It's awful.
So I uploaded a picture to TikTok and it said, do you want to add AI to this? And I was like, okay, I don't know what AI is going to do to my picture. Well, let me just tell you what. It did things to this picture and ready for it. Okay, go back to the picture in the beginning. All right.
Okay, so here's our actual picture. Okay, this is the actual picture.
I want you to pay
our
attention to, okay, see the front where Lester's legs are? Can you show?
Can I make it any bigger?
No, you can't.
I can't make it any bigger at all, can I?
Okay, so see the front where Lester's knees are up and his hair is in the shadow behind there? Lester becomes two people. in this, which is absolutely crazy. And the kids all become adults and we all dance like we're at the Pentecostal church all of a sudden. Watch.
Yeah, and watch Ellie's. Ellie's his torso gets really, really long and his legs get stubby. No, this is the actual picture, but watch what AI does to it.
Are you ready for it?
Lester became two people. Lester's legs became a full human woman.
No, who's that in the front? That's an entire different. That's like some kind of a hippie chick from
I'm
Portland.
telling you, it's your legs that became a person. Go back to like
Are
right
you
here.
ready for it?
You see it?
Yes,
So Lester's in the back, and this woman came out of his legs.
this woman came from between my legs, and I promise you, she's one of those Antifa members from Portland.
Oh my God, you just birthed her.
Look how she or he's dressed in dreadlocks.
Well, he looks like an Oompa Loompa.
Hey, who's that right there
No, the
wearing
thing-
short shorts?
It was a kid.
Who's
It was-
wearing short shorts and white tennis shoes?
Go back to the beginning of the
Wait,
picture.
look at LE wearing his suspenders and he looks like a clown.
He looks like an Oompa Loompa.
Are you ready for it?
That was Connor. Isn't that crazy and creepy? One girl's
Are you
river
ready
dancing
for
in the
it?
front.
That's Stephanie, I think.
Go back to-
Are you ready?
I think that's Brinley.
Okay, as of right there, we're all starting to transform.
Yeah. So this girl comes out of your legs.
Not the girl. It's like a hippie chick from like.
She looks like from It or whatever, or Thing, whatever.
Okay, y'all look at my knees. I'm gonna go slow mo. Watch my
So
knees.
Brinley and Carter become one person, I think. Oh no, Carter. Carter becomes a no. Carter disappears.
My knees become a woman.
Yeah. And Ellie gets literally like parachute pants.
Ellie went total MC Hammer on everybody. Look at the woman come out of my knee.
So Lester is on the floor. And
Do you have the actual picture?
Let me see.
Let's show them the actual picture. But if you have the actual, not the YouTube meet and greet, just
I
the
know.
actual photograph first, that would be really fun to see the actual photograph that we made. Okay, guys, hold on a second. We're going to show y'all something funny here. Okay, so this is the actual image. Okay, so this is the actual image right here. Okay. And oh, that was Connor who became a girl wearing short shorts and white shoes.
Yeah, and Carter disappears.
Carter
Brinley becomes
disappears.
a human, like a grown woman who river dances.
What does Levi end up doing?
Levi looks exactly like Levi. And so do I. That's the weird part. Is Levi and I look like
Hold
real.
on. And so here's my dad in the very center back in the back. Does my dad do anything?
I don't know.
All right, let's watch it again. Y'all ready?
Maybe put those two things side by side. Is
I
that
don't know if I
possible?
can. I don't know
Are
if
you
I
ready
can.
for it?
Add that. Go to yeah. That way.
Okay, guys, we're going to try something here.
No, it doesn't let you. Remove
So-
us from stage.
Remove
Are you ready for it?
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, let's remove it now because that's freaking me out. So that was the original picture, and it did all kinds of crazy stuff whenever Jamie put some AI to it. But it was also very funny how it changed everybody.
No, and you know what's crazy is nobody said anything on TikTok.
Yeah,
Nobody.
no-
Nobody even noticed. They were like, can't wait.
No, people, that's the whole thing, Jamie. This is what I discovered is that people don't watch the videos. They're watching the comments. They're watching the chat. They're watching what people are saying. And that is one of the worst things about what's happening to social media is if listen, if someone was smart, and would come back with chat rooms, they could make a killing. Listen to me. I'm telling y'all, if there was somebody who was smart enough to realize what people want, I'm just going to say this, hear me out, and then I promise I'll leave you alone. Social media was supposed to enhance our social lives. It was. And the internet was supposed to expand our horizons. Think about it for a minute. Those were two things that we thought was going to happen. Having social media was going to expand and make us more accessible to everybody socially. And the internet was going to make it to where you could reach the world. Instead, social media and the internet has made us all become a recluse in our own homes,
Sure.
in our own privacy, in our own space. Kids, very few kids are dating. Adults are not leaving the house. You're having things delivered with your groceries. You're having your food brought to your front door. You're having less interaction than you've ever interacted in your entire lifetime because of social media and the internet. No social skills. We're losing our social etiquette. We don't know how to interact with people. We all become very bullyish. We all become bitter and we become mean because there's no consequences. The things that you say to me or to Jamie or to any creator here are things you would never, when we met, say to our faces.
Or to each
Never.
other. Or to each other.
Or to each other. You would never talk that way to your boss or a coworker. You may think it. You may think it, man, this woman's a real bitch, but you would never tell her that. But you come to the internet and you feel like now I have empowered. No, this is all you are right here on your phone or on your device. We've all become hunched over, leaning into our devices. And I do think, and I'm going to say this, as much as we have benefited from social media, as much as it's helped our family and given us opportunities to meet really wonderful people, as a society, it has really taken us to a horrible, horrible turn for humanity.
I talked about it before on I
Have
think
you?
it was 2 Time Out Tuesdays ago, and I was like, we forgot how to talk, to actually dialogue,
Yeah.
and to read people's emotions and read a room and be able to, allow for responses. We certainly forgot how to listen, and even speaking out loud in a home and things like that. I was actually talking about Kinley is what the things I told Xander and Kendra. I was like, don't forget to talk.
Yes.
Don't forget to teach her to talk, how to interact with people, how to order her own food, how to, interact with strangers and people in businesses, and how to hold conversations, because that's one of the things that I think is so lacking in this world today.
I mean, we can all agree it's great to be able to go online and shop for things that you need and have things delivered through Amazon a couple of days later, and you don't have to get out and do things. But at some point, it also takes a whole lot away from the way it used to be. People having to get dressed and get out into the world and see people and talk to people and work with people and interact with people.
Even going something, this is what I brought up, something as simple as going to Walmart or the grocery store. Now you can either order it delivered or pick it up, and you didn't have to interact with anyone. You didn't have to wait in line. You didn't have to look for anything or use your brain to be able to, do those parts. You also didn't have to wait for somebody to step out of the way or deal with something that wasn't in stock at that time and rethink that circumstance. A parking spot, like all of the things that we take for granted, we've been doing them our whole lives. Our kids are, and I say our kids, really, my granddaughter has the opportunity to never experience those things because of the way that the world is today. And I hate that, because I think that's setting people up for failure in so many ways, because communication is the foundation of humanity, and the ability, like the lost ability to do that, is wild and scary, quite frankly.
Yeah. It's very scary the way the world's going. But hey, we are as real as it gets. I would say pinch me, but please don't.
Oh.
But I will tickle you.
No, why? Why do we have to do that? Why?
You like
Why?
that? You like the tickly
No.
wigglies?
No. Anyway, so today, if Lex is not going to come hang out with us, I might have a field trip planned this afternoon.
Somebody wants to hear about Terrence, but what they meant was Tyrone.
Oh.
So Terrence is here, but Tyrone did something really cute yesterday, and you're never going to guess what it was. I was on a live video, and I had walked in to close my chickens up for the night. It was getting that time of night, right? And so it was still light enough where I could count them. So I get to counting. And have you ever seen your chickens all like get on top of each other like this? They're
Yes.
they're on like 3 levels high on each other.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like move them apart to count chickens. And I could only count 13. And I should have 14. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's going on here. Why am I missing a chicken? And it scared me because I checked and I double checked and I counted and I could only count 13. So I leave the door open and I start walking around. I go to the back of the barn and I find this one chicken who's just panicked. Who just cannot,
Oh, I bet.
she cannot find where to go. She's completely lost. And so I'm like, oh no, I'm like, you better find your way back home or you're going to be in trouble come nighttime. So I circle around the hay and, do my thing. Do you know that when I came back around, Tyrone had left. He went back out, found her,
Aw,
and brought her back home.
that's a good rooster.
Isn't that a great rooster?
Yeah.
Tyrone had left the flock, the safety of the coop,
Aw,
went out to find that one last
part of
chicken
his flock.
and brought her back home. And so when I was able to close my gate last night and lock it, all of my chickens were accounted for.
I have a question.
And I just thought that was so sweet.
That one that was lost, was it a silky?
No,
No?
it was a kind that looked like a pea pat,
Oh, okay.
kind of a bird looking
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to trim Janky Jan 2.0's hair around her eyes last night so she could see. And I think we're going to have to do the same thing with your silkies because they're at a risk because their feathers go over their eyes and that puts them at a risk for predators. They
Oh,
can't see
yeah.
what's coming.
I don't think that I have predators over there though during the day. I mean,
It
the
doesn't
chickens
matter.
are not going that far.
It could still be anything. It still
Yeah.
is going to help them to be able to see. But I'm glad it wasn't a silky that was out and about and lost.
Nadine says, what's coming up this week on our sponsorships? I can't believe you would even ask that question. I'm excited about my sponsorships. You got anything big coming up this upcoming week? What? First of all, thank y'all for allowing us to do that. We don't tell you enough how blessed we are that you allow us to do that. I know it's not for everybody. It actually bothers a lot of people. But it's the way of the world, guys. It's just like commercials on the radio or commercials on TV. We grew up doing it. And all of a sudden now, once again, we've gotten too good for that. But there is still a way to make a few extra dollars through advertisements. And I've been blessed with some really cool ones. You got anything coming up?
I have a AI dog collar.
Ah, an AI dog collar.
Mhm. And then I'm working again with FlexiSpot, which is the recliner that we love.
Oh, now I'll tell you what we're going to do with that.
No, you can't tell them.
I can't tell them.
No,
I want to tell them.
no.
Okay. So I am I'm back with working with Jackery. And guys, I'm so excited because this has been my dream all along. I told you guys that what a person wants to do with advertising is not sit there and do a commercial for 50 different brands. What you would love to do is get to work with one brand and just work with them a lot. They learn to love you, you learn to love them, and you learn to work well with each other, and they trust you. I'm just going to tell you real fast, you may have no desire to hear this whatsoever, but this is a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff on our end, is that whenever your brand, the agent introduces you to the brand, they don't know you from the next guy. And they give you a minimal contract to create for them a TikTok or a short or a YouTube video, just talking about their brand. And they will give you some ideas for what they would like you to do. Either make it about hurricane preparedness, make it about natural disaster, make it about whatever. And so then you get to use your creativity and think, okay, well, how can I do this? There's a few talking points that I want to include. And if I'm boring people, let me know. I may be boring people. I'm excited about how this is working out though. So I did some for Jackery, and I think that I brought a lot of energy. And watching other Jackery ads, I kind of feel like they were kind of boring. So I tried to bring some energy. And I think that Jackery liked that. So a couple of weeks later, they asked me to do another one. And I'm so excited. The agent, she goes, Lester, this is kind of a big deal. Jackery is a big brand. And you really, if they've asked you to come back and do more, spend some time and do it right. So I came back and I did another couple of Jackery ads. And then if lo and behold, they did not come back a third time and ask for a few more. And so now I just feel like I'm on top of the world, man. This is just one of my little dreams. But yeah, so I've been working on some Jackery stuff. I did a bug out room. I created us a bug out room, guys, a bug out room. And for like a doomsday scenario. And I used my Jackery on that one. Now, I don't know when they're going to play. That's not up to us. What we have to do is create it, send it in. The sponsor or the brand will have to watch it. And if they're cool with it, they're like, we love it. Go ahead and play it on Thursday. We love it. Play it on Wednesday. They'll let us know. If they don't like it, they'll say, could you just go ahead and take this part out? Could you revise this? Could you reword this? Could you do this differently? So I'm just on top of the world right now with the fact that they've allowed me to make multiple videos for their brand. So I'm really, really pleased about that.
Yeah, my longtime sponsor is Element, which is the
drink,
electrolyte drink. And
is that the one that you went to the hospital with? They thought you had been drinking.
Yes, but I love them. And I'm happy to share that. Again, we don't make any money. You don't have to buy it. That's not what we're asking.
No. Tell everybody, Jamie. Tell them.
We are not asking you to buy the products that we talk about. We're simply sharing products. And through that, we have found things that we do love. And Element is one that I drink every day. And I do think that it has helped me. I feel more rested. I feel better. So again, not asking you to buy it or anything else, mostly just sharing,
Yeah, just because we make a commercial ad does not mean we want y'all to go off and buy them. We don't get paid the commission, guys. We get paid to make the ad. The hardest thing I don't know about how it is with you with Element, but with me, with Jackery, the rule is I cannot do a duplicate video.
Yeah.
So if I make a video of me using the Jackery to do a bug out room, I cannot come back a week later and do a video of me using the Jackery to do a bug out room. It doesn't work that way. You have to have different ideas. And so now that I've done 9, it will be 9 different commercials for Jackery. I'm running low on ideas. Okay. I'm running low on ideas. And so yesterday I had to ask for help. Yes. You all know that we have a guy who we paid to help with welding, and we had to get a welding job done. And I says, hey, would you do me a favor and I'll pay you a couple of extra dollars, but instead of using your generator, use my Jackery.
That's pretty cool.
And so I used my Jackery yesterday to run a tack welder and a grinder. And I thought, hey, it's just, once again, it shows the versatility of how the generators can be used for different projects. And so you have to get creative sometimes, guys. You have to get creative. So anywho, thank you all for being supportive of that. And like I said, and I've said this before, for those who do get upset, guys, you're seeing one video, or at least on my end, you see one video out of 12 that may have a sponsored ad in there. If you get mad and you say, I'm not going to watch, I'm going to go watch Arms Family. Well, guess what? You're going to see him doing his ads as well. Well, I'm not going to watch. I'm going to go watch Keeping It Dutch. Then watch Keeping It Dutch do his ads. I'm going to go see the Eddie Family. Or you can go down the list and name the creators, and they're all going to have their sponsored ads. You got Hoss Tools, You got Lubricin with Cog Hill. Eddie family does Blue Eddie, right?
They do all kinds of stuff.
So it doesn't matter where you go. This is happening, friends. We love you. We're not mad at you. We're asking you to allow us to do what we can do to keep us in the algorithm and keep us relevant. We don't want to lose you. We don't want to lose you, but we got to stay in the algorithms. So anyway, I'm excited to see what Jamie's going to do with me. Now, once again, like she said, if Lex does want to come or go have lunch with his dad, then we'll have to make our, not have to, then we'll gladly make our way into Plum Grove and pick up the boys for lunch. And then we'll see how all of that goes.
Yeah.
But it may be that we'll come live again at some point with a really fun, exciting outing. I hope we will.
Never know.
You never know. But thank you all for watching this morning. We had you for a very long time. Thank you for the coffee mugs. These are beautiful.
They are cute.
You want to do it one last time and put them together? Isn't that cute? Look at that. So, all right. Thank you again, Animal Boy, for jumping on and being a part of the live. And then we just are so very blessed to have you guys. Go ahead and do something really powerful and profound to wrap this up for us, Jamie.
Y'all, we are so.
Do you mind if I dance in the background?
We're so grateful that you give us the greatest gift of all, which is your time and your patience. And in return, we shall give you this.
For all of you Spanish girls, eat your heart out.
I love y'all so very much.
Where the grass runs wide beneath the sky and the fence lines stretch as the days roll by. There's work to do, but peace runs deep, and the land holds stories the heart will keep. North stands proud where the Texas sky ends. South rises high where the Trinity bends. Two halves joined by steady hands, bound by the love of this sacred land. JL Ranch, where the land runs free. Two hearts, one history. North and south, though miles apart, together beat as a single heart. A promise made, a dream grown, to give them more than they have ever known. This ranch is more than dirt and sky. It's where the free and wild spirits fly, where every soul can rest and roam, and every heart can find its home. Where skies burn red and grass turns gold, where stories live and hands grow old. Every sunrise plays its part and keeps the promise of these two hearts. JL Ranch, where the land runs free. Two hearts, one history. North and south, joined as one through grit and faith. The work gets done, built with dreams, strength and hope. A place our hearts can call